Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. And now we just want to shift gears a little bit and talk about how you can extend a helping hand and what role you can be able to do to just help that vulnerable person in your community. And I want to do this together with a man who has been doing this for quite a while and understands the needs and the challenges that people who are vulnerable in the community face. His name is Newton Ogada. Newton is the director of an organization that helps widows and orphans. It's called God Will Provide. Thank you, Newton, for creating time for us.
Thank you once again. Thanks again for welcoming me again to be here and we discuss what's happening in the ground.
All right.
Yes.
So I want to take you there on the ground.
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of inspiration that you had for you to decide to do what you're doing right now. You're telling me right now you are supporting over 2,000 widows in your locality. Talk to me about your entry point into this. What inspired? What did you see that motivated you to do what you do today?
This thing is God-given. That's how I can say, and it's not our job. It is something that came from me because you know we grew up in a poor family, poor environment. I call it humble family. And that's what brought me to, like, whenever I get a chance to support, I will support. Because I know the pain when people are going through difficulties and poverty and sickness, So it's something that I went through, and that now I'm not happy seeing many people going through what I went through again. That's why I'm really working so hard to make sure that I meet the target on supporting our people.
So what are these unique issues that people, say in Homa Bay and Kisumu County, for instance, where you operate, are going through, the challenges that the vulnerable are going through? What are these issues for you?
Oh, yesterday on Sunday, I think, I went to visit a certain widow in her home. I found she's having something, I cannot call it a house, because it's a roof, a thatch roof house, and it's really raining. Whenever the rain comes, she have to take her blanket and put under bed, and she go by the side of the house not to be rain. And another time she don't have food. I went there when she was really sick and nobody was there to take her to the hospital. She had no food. There's a lot of challenges that families go through down there. And at the same time, I found like around a 14-year-old girl who is out of school because of school fee, and she's living with this grandpa in the house. So it's kind of terrible and difficult life that people are going through. So it's a diverse thing. It is not one. Some people have problem with sickness. Some people have problem with school fee. Some people have problem with the housing. Some people, like the majority, we don't have job down there. Yeah. So it's something huge. When
you visit these homes and you see what the unfortunate circumstances that some of these families are forced to survive in, what goes through your mind? What goes through your heart?
Most of the time I cry. Because I see this lady's kind of around 60, 70 years old. And she's going through this because she lost the family. She lost her son, she lost her husband, and nobody's there to stand in for her. So when you get in there, you start thinking, what if this was my mother? Or what if this is my wife and I'm no longer there with my children, So it's so painful to carry. It is something that you have to get in and start helping. Whether you have money or you don't have money, you can start even with feeding first. You must find, okay, this is the situation. What can I give? Can I give food now, and then tomorrow I start looking for some finances to help, So there's a lot. Like the girl that I'm talking about, next time I'm taking her to my school, where I will monitor her, I will stay with her, I will make sure she gets the best education, because she might be the future of that family. Yeah.
True. Do you think we live in a society that is sensitive to such? Do you think we have enough Ogadas in the community, if I may use that? People just suffering next to you. Do you think people are sensitive to such?
No, I think people lost the love that should be there. People lost it. Because even the place I was, there are some neighboring homes which are really well built. There are some people driving, there are some people doing a lot. But nobody cares. I think we reach a point that most of us only think about themselves. They don't think beyond the wall. They only see it is me and my family, But I wish we could have several people like me in the community, because it is heavy for one person to carry it, Yeah.
There are people who desire to be there, desire to help, but they ask themselves, I don't have enough even for myself. Where will I get the extra to share with somebody else? What are some of the tips that you can share in terms of building that giving culture?
There was a woman in the Bible who was having remained with only unga for one night. And when the man of God visited him and said, I'm hungry, she had to cook for this person, and then God give. You cannot just sit there saying you don't have enough to support. You can share whatever little you have with somebody, and then from there God will actually give you. Because whenever you keep on giving, God will actually keep on giving you. Because God knows whenever you receive, it is not yours alone. Even me, I'm not perfect. I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire. But being I keep on crying and giving out, I see God keep on blessing me, and God keep on introducing me to people who are seeing the fact that we are going through a lot of issues, you know. And then they support me, then I work. Like the lady I'm talking about, already somebody will send me the money, and I'm going back home today. So tomorrow I'm going to build a home.
All right. You're telling me right now you're reaching out to about 2,000 widows, and how many children?
At the orphanage,
yes,
my capacity allows me only to have 50. But my school, I think I have another 100 who are coming from their areas, and they just come to school.
All right. Yes. How did you start, and has it been a walk in the park for you?
It has not been easy.
Yeah.
And it's something which comes with a sleepless night. I started very humble. When I was here in Nairobi, I think I shared this long time ago, I went back home and started doing tree nursery, and out of tree nursery I registered CBO, and from there the first money I got I started using it, and that's how we came up to have God will provide now, and we have been moving in faith. Yeah, so it has not been that easy.
What are some of the low moments that you have experienced in this journey, the challenges you have gone through that has at some point took you to your breaking point? You almost
the truth of the matter that challenges is every day in this journey. I wake up in my house, I found I have like 30 people. They're all widows. If you look at their faces, they really need. And sometimes I have nothing in my pocket. Sometimes I talk with my wife to go and look if you have enough food, we can just give them even maize to make them move. At times I get this request for the housing.
All right. In studio, we are just talking about empowering the vulnerable in the society and engaging Newton Ogada, the director of God Will Provide. Thank you so much for creating time for us once again. And before we went to Anniversary Towers, you were telling me about how it has not been a walk in the park for you since you began this initiative to assist those who are vulnerable in your community. Just finalize on that, and then just pick up from that particular point.
Yeah, it has not been easy, because when at times things are happening like helping people in the community, people think you have the money. Some people came with fixed mind that you will help them, you know, and sometimes it's hard on my family too. I don't have the money, I cannot manage. But I thank God, even though it was been so difficult, I've been moving. I've been pushing day by day, and I see many things are happening through our hands. I see many lives has been changed through us. I've seen, and I have report that sometimes they come and tell me, we thank you for this. We thank God for all what has been happening, you know. So I came to learn that there's nothing easy in any direction. Whenever you want to do something concerning supporting anybody, you should not wait to have, because there's no single day that you will have it. Even if you have it, if you don't, it won't be enough. Because whenever you have it, the plans are still coming up, and then whatever you have will be a little again, you know. So whenever you want to help, you just start helping with whatever little you have.
All right, you just start, and then
move on.
As you move, something will come up. Newton, we are having this conversation at a time when we are this busy electoral process, and I know leaders will be coming out to, give promises on the campaign trail. In fact, they've started already doing that. Yeah. Do you have a feeling that sometimes the problems people are going through, they take advantage of those problems to ascend to power, and yet they do not have the genuine heart to assist? Should we re-examine how we look at our leaders at this time? The
problem we have in this country is poverty. When you're poor, you can elect because somebody given you money. and you will never elect somebody who is having an idea on how they can help. So I believe that we have good leaders who can do much in the community, much in the constituency level, county level, even in country level. But the problem is we are poor. And when people are poor, those who are blessed to have some little money, they take advantage of that. They help you knowing that you are going to help them back, and then they make themselves richer than before, and they become the rulers. I was here last election. I've been in this country for many elections, and I've heard what our able leaders and politicians have been promising the voters, that if I am being elected, I'm going to do this. I just gave you a recent example of a woman that I'm going to build a house tomorrow. This lady is a voter, and she voted severally, as she has been voting. And by the time our leaders want votes, they will go even to such kind of homes and promise that whoever you voted me in, I'm going to make it this better and that better. I thought the time they are voting, they are campaigning, they don't know how much is in the political office. So they just promise beyond what they should be getting to support the people. Then number two, the issue of giving money to be elected. In my mother tongue, they call it gonya. This issue is becoming so worse, because you will find when somebody wants to vie in a political position, the people will make you to use millions of money. By the time you get to the power, you want back your money. So that's why you will not fix the road, because you are entitled. You are trying to reimburse where you get the money, because some people go through even taking loan just for the campaign because it's too expensive. So the way I've been seeing this thing, it is both of us. It is the electorate and it is the leaders.
So what is your message to both?
My message should start with our leaders that don't give money. Sell your policy and then let people decide. When people decide, now you will do. But when you bribe your way on giving money, then there's a way that you are going to get back your money. And from where? From which pocket? Another question that I think it should be put in order is that whoever gives money for an election post cannot be allowed to vie.
I think it's already enshrined in law. Voter bribery is already a crime.
They use it in a way that nobody can be arrested and taken to court because they say we are giving them some tea.
All right.
So you cannot. They have to go another way around. And you see, when they go another way around, then we don't get good leaders. And again, there's something that I will point before I finish, that the political parties sometimes give us people that we don't want. People that cannot help the community. They don't have any background of supporting, any background of improving. And again, let me tell you, after election, we should come back, those who are being elected, to look for the future of our children, because we are in our way of exit. Then we still have some people who are coming. They are in school. Can we look, how can we help these people to get better education, to create job opportunity, so that we can meet the target of economy? Then from there, I think the country will be just okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time for this conversation. I want to give you a chance to give us your final remarks. What's your way forward? What are you hoping to do? You told me you were trying to diversify and sort of help the community to be self-sustaining, to be independent.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it that you're doing as your next, step?
My next step is I'm trying to find a way where I can get enough fertilizer for my people. I can get more seedlings for my people, and then I'm planning to have dairy farming in a way that I can give the widows the dairy cows, so they can produce milk, sell the milk, and they survive by themselves. And again, on 26th of this month, I'm pleading, I want to launch the girl child education. We want to stop this early pregnancy in our county. Remember, we were number 2 in the country of the girls who are dropping out from school. This is something that we need to create time to discuss and teach our parents and our children, to go through. because now you're a lady, you're a woman. If you went through it and then you could not even be here today, you could be somewhere else, but we can work out something. So given chance again, we'll have a time to discuss more and to make sure that we come up with people together to have the new generation. All
right, thank you so much, Newton Ogada, for creating time for us. Newton is the director of God Will Provide. It is an organization based in Homa Bay and Kisumu County, assisting widows and orphans. Thank you so much once again for your time. All right, we will be, crossing over to yet another segment right here on News Check. Today we're talking about also financial wellness, just to help you understand how you can manage your money in a better way so that you can be financially free. And I'll be sharing tips courtesy of my guest who will be joining me shortly concerning that in just a bit. We are going to be taking a very short break. Don't go too far. We still have more lined up ahead for you.